Well, hello, Cancer. Welcome back to Peony Lore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. Hope you guys are doing well. This is going to serve for the sun, moon, and rising sign of Cancer for the 9th through the 15th, 2021. So we're just coming off of the big pinnacle, that's the word, pinnacle of the 8-8 Lionsgate. But of course, we still have the energy all the way through Thursday, the 12th. And so you'll be able to see this reading on Monday. I think that you're going to find it well. One of the first things that I wanted to be able to put together for you is the understanding that the heaviest signs that are going to be affected this week, which is Leo, obviously because the sun being in Leo. We've got Virgo, we've also got Scorpio, and we have Virgo. So this is what's happening. Your angel, Muriel, this week is working very closely with Barbiel, and Barbiel is the angel for Scorpio. So there's a potential that some of you maybe have Scorpio in your chart, or that you might be dealing with the Scorpio, but the energy of Scorpio is what's getting ready to support you this week, and this energy from Barbiel is about tenacity. There's a little bit of patience that may or may not need to take place for you with something that you've called in to your existence, whether you've manifested it currently, whether you've manifested it from the past. But the ask is for you to be a little bit more patient, continuing to work on some things day by day by day, but know that what you want wants you, and that will show up. But that's one of the messages that's coming through with that particular pairing, okay? So I'm just giving these just a really quick shuffle. They've asked me to do this for all of the other signs as well. And so we're going to use the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, which I normally use at the end, but they want to use a couple of cards to indicate some of those different energies that you are still carrying through from prior weeks or weeks. Last week, it could be, any time in the past that basically you're still in the energy of that, whatever it is that we're going to put together. So either you're still working on something, or there's an influence of one way, shape, or another that's involved in this whole process for you this week. So I just want to put that out there. So we're going to focus on some of the prior energies that are still affecting you to this point. Cancers, here we go. Okay. Is there more? 2 more. Okay, thank you. You guys had a lot going on last month. I know that. I don't very typically go back and look at the signs after I post them. Ostentation. I might want to after this one. Yeah. So anyway, sorry. That's just me having a conversation with me. Let's see what else we have going on here. So we do have some fun astral stuff that's happening this week, like I said, with the Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio, as the moon changes signs, and how that affects a couple of different things this upcoming week. And so I will go into those days. But here's what we have as far as energy that's still in your field. Okay, so you have Mercury in Libra, and this card is titled Choice. Okay. So there's a choice of some sort, and it looks as though, again, when Mercury comes in, Mercury wants to go very, very fast and try to make things happen, where it's balanced out with Libra, trying to make sure that everything seems like it's organized and right and balanced in that type of a situation, right? Which is probably where the tenacity comes in here. You have the moon in Virgo, which is titled Practicality. So that's something that you're still working towards. We have the Taurus hanging out with Saturn here, which is called Ostentation in this particular card. Something you really want, grand, something of a grand nature. And then the other thing that you're working, you can't make this shit up, you guys. We have Patience. We have Patience sitting right there. Okay, so that's Jupiter's energy right there with Virgo. So those clearly are areas that you are being encouraged to continue to work on this week. That energy is in and is going to come up and will be important for this week. So we're going to start, as we always do, with your Sacred Geometry deck. So I'll go ahead and get that master card out for you, and I'll start to go into some of the different things. So first of all, thank you so much for turning back in. I really appreciate all of the new subscribers, the likes, the comments. I get a lot of people that still email me. I am not complaining about that. I think nowadays people are maybe getting a little bit shy about putting some content down in the comment box. I have no problem receiving the emails if people have questions about things, so continue to do that if that's what you feel like you need to be able to do. Makes me feel good to help people. That's one of the reasons why I'm here, okay? If you don't find everything that you're looking for out of this particular reading, and you will, because if you resonate with this, then we're already on board here. We're talking about balance. Balance and or rebalancing. Card 32, reducing down to a 5. So there's some tweaking that you might need to do this particular week with balance for yourself, okay? Then the other card that came out is because you have a rebirth that's on its way, okay? You have a rebirth that's on its way. And we're talking about transformation, reweaving, and reactivating. When we talk about transformation, there's a couple of cards that naturally come out, and Scorpio energy with the death card is important. Hello, Scorpios representing kind of you and embodying some of their energy this particular week. So we will go into, when we read at the end of the day, we will read the, or at the end of the reading, we will read the, from the card 7. So not only from a spiritual perspective, for some of you it's going to be very, very strong from a spiritual perspective. I'll put it that way, okay? Now this week we're using our Astro deck. Next week we will use the In-Between Tarot because the energies will have transitioned at the midpoint of the month. They always do, but especially with all this stuff that we've got going on, it's going to be important to really kind of get that in between, that fine line of what's going on for every sign, okay? Again, if you don't resonate with everything that's in this one, please make sure that you're taking a look at all the signs, sun, moon, rising, and your north node. You know what that is for you within your chart. If you don't, you need help, hit me up so we can get you on the right path with what that means. Especially the north node, getting you onto your spiritual path, if that's something that it is that you're looking to develop a little bit more. Of course, you know, your moon is going to be your emotions and things of that particular nature. So those are very important as we're going through transitions as well. Okay, let's go ahead and pull the cards out for every single day. Okie dokie smoky. Well, today we have the Knight of Wands in the reverse position, so that's kind of a slowdown of a situation. Tomorrow we have the energy of Uranus, or the Fool, that's in the reverse position, waiting. Today's energy, we have a lot of different transits. We've got the Leo moon transitioning into Virgo, okay? We also have an opposition to Pisces and Neptune. And so for some people, it's going to create a lot of dreamy type of an atmosphere, but for others, it's going to enhance your clairvoyancy. So if you're already tuned in and tapped in and that type of a situation, then that could be one of the reasons why the Knight of Wands is in the reverse positions. You've got to slow down whilst you're receiving those downloads and trying to manage that. Venus also comes into play today. So love coming in, loving communication, that's meant to be in the upright. Wednesday we have the 7 of Swords energy, which I'm not mad about that. I know why that's happening. Mars also comes into play today for a lot of people. It's talking about understanding and will and persistence, okay? So that, for me, tells me a lot of situations for you with this card alone, right then and there. On Tuesday, we have the moon in Virgo, which goes into a trine with Neptune in Taurus, okay? And then Mercury in Leo, which is in opposition to the Aquarius energy that we have in Jupiter, okay? So I don't really find that to be a problem for a lot of people, because what's going to end up happening is it's going to start to work on your practicality, which is what kind of showed up here. I think it was, yep, the Capricorn energy with this moon, but it's more of the wordage for me at this stage. Whatever words today. Sorry, guys. It's that area of like uncovering a couple different things, if you will. So Virgo wants everything to be practical, and there's that perfection of service. And of course, Taurus wants everything to be steady Eddie type of, that whole energy. Mercury in Leo is that very fast and swift information. Thursday's energy is the Hangman in the reverse. And so if you're taking a knee a little bit today, which to me it makes a lot of sense for why that's happening, then you have an opportunity to do something with that information that was given to you today. Long story short. Sorry about being really long-winded on that one. Wednesday, we have the moon in Virgo, which does a conjunction with Venus in Virgo. So that energy on Wednesday is fantastic because that's where practicality comes in with the things that you love or the way that you're going to communicate with that throat chakra, right? And so the card that you guys had, I like that one, was the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords only indicates that there's something that you are trying to manage or hold on to in one sense, or other people have information that they have been trying to hold on to. And if you're working on creating something, you don't always want to tell everybody all your business right away. Let the idea develop, let you have time to do the background research, all that different type of stuff, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, so Friday's energy, Friday the 13th, you got the Six of Cups. Now, what I did mention was that Wednesday and Friday the 13th and Sunday the 15th are all around good days for people, okay? So just want to make sure I put that out there. Thursday, the moon transit into the sign of Libra. So Venus is doing her big awesome dance. And on Thursday, what you got was the Hangman in the reverse position. The moon, this is going to be the day where you have to come to terms with things, okay? So all that gorgeous information that we'd have learned at the beginning of the week, where Venus wants you to come, where Virgo wants you to kind of be practical about the things that you're doing, right? Patience, practicality coming in here. On Thursday, we do have the energy of Uranus, the Fool, okay, doing its dance with Taurus. And so when it starts to do this kind of a situation, it's the energy of wanting to do something new, but also trying to weigh that balance again with how to do it so that it's practical. And the other big thing that happens on Thursday for people, which is why it's the day of trying to get things done, I like this energy on Saturday, Page of Wands, is because we do have that conflict with Aries in Chiron. And so the Aries in Chiron is the issue where you have to be responsible for your own goings on, right? That part of karma. What aspect of it are you really being truthful about and owning? You got to own your stuff on this particular day. Okay, so that's the energy of Saturday is the Page of Wands. I was saying the Six of Cups is Friday's energy. I'm trying to get to the Sunday energy because I think this is going to be, yeah, there we go. I anticipated seeing this. We have the Seven of Rods upright. Okay, there's so much stuff that's going on Sunday. I have to grab my notes out for you to read that because there's just a whole lot that's going on. But Saturday, Scorpio has this square with Saturn, okay? And it also has this dance with Neptune and Pisces with the Leo sun. So this is going to be change for people because that Aquarius energy wants everyone to kind of just be flowy and trying to move into this direction with the Leo sun, like pushing people forward. This is lining up on the day that it's supposed to. Bottom of the deck here is the moon in the reverse position. So something is coming out this particular week that you weren't, that you need to know. And it does have something to do with either a new offer or a new practical way to make some cash. Really is kind of what I'm getting out of the situation with this Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So you are going to be receiving this information. It's also possible that is you as the page taking on this newness or this new aspect of what it is that you're trying to bring forward. So I like it. Let's go in with our White Sage Tarot and let's go ahead and clarify each of the different cards. So we're going to start with today's energy for Monday. Again, kind of like Libra also had this energy as far as Monday, Tuesday, giving a grace period from the universe just to kind of chillax. That seems to be very much what it is that you're getting here, even though Scorpio is going to be heavy in influence here with what we've got going on. But again, you've got this big balance and rebalance, which is the big practical thing to allow this scorpionic rebirth energy to happen for you. Okay. Here we go. Let's determine what we can pull out for our Cancer with this Knight of Wands in the reverse position. Okay, so it definitely has something to do with this Knight of Pentacles energy, this ability to wanting to bring something to the forefront, expecting this situation to pop through. This could be that Taurus ostentation that we were talking about, wanting something grand and hoping and wishing that you had put something together. Well, you already have. You're still in the energy of trying to manage that, though. So the Knight of Pentacles being in here, it's possible that you're dealing with a Taurus, or it could also be another earth sign, okay? It's possible that it could be Capricorn. We'll find out. What we do have here in your current energy, or how you're handling things today, is it's just the Page of Swords in the reverse position as well. Like not expecting a lot of communication, or you not being able to communicate a bunch of things. Again, this is the universe giving you a day off in a sense. How does this end up? Well, okay, here we go. Some of you are going to be receiving the information that you're looking for on Friday, okay? Friday the 13th is a lucky day. And the reason is because the way this ends is this Eight of Rods, okay, which is the minor arcana's chariot, if you will. It is. So if you guys didn't know that, then this is baby chariot right here. The information that you need, it's not coming today. It's coming at the end of the week. Scorpio is here, okay, changing something, death to the old, beginnings of the new, okay? And the day that it's coming through is on Friday the 13th. We've got the Six of Cups here, and this is going to be talking about this new structure. So we've got the Four of Pentacles in the upright position. So it's the beginnings of the new foundation. And the only thing I always say to people with the Four of Pentacles is make sure that you're not feeling as though you can't extend yourself. We don't want that heart chakra to close off. You're going to be able to take care of what it is that you need, okay? So that's lining up for me very, very gorgeously. Also pay attention to Virgo. We'll find out here. Tuesday's energy, we have the energy of the Fool. So when the Fool shows up in the reverse position, it sometimes can be talked about as far as not having the ambition to move forward, or not having enough information to move forward, or sometimes it's the energy of not really having like faith in yourself. I don't necessarily see it as that. What I see is that you are contemplating some things, and I think the universe is trying to work with you and saying that you may not have all the content and all the detail that you need at this particular moment to make a change. So this is Uranus's energy, and Uranus doesn't really make another big play. It started itself on Monday, so I want to put that together. Monday, Uranus started to do its play. That is the energy of the Fool. So on Tuesday, again, when the Moon in Virgo trines with Neptune and Taurus on this day, and then we've got that Mercury Leo with that whole conjunction or opposition, you don't have enough information on this day. So I don't find this to be negative at all as a general. But let's go ahead and let's clear up what this means. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the deck real quick. And let's get the energy that we need for our Cancers for this Fool. Okay. Knight of Cups. So potentially dealing with yourself here. The Knight of Cups wanting to bring something forward is heartfelt, is honest. But yeah, so that's the energy of what's going on here in the past, of kind of where you're at. The energy that we have for how you're dealing with it is this Page of Wands that is in the reverse position. So it's, again, you don't have enough information for the spark to carry you forward with this particular Fool card. And I'm not mad at that. Yeah, you've got questions about this Ace of Pentacles coming up. You do, and that's fine. You just need to relax on this particular day. So again, the universe is giving you a day off to sit here and think about it. Now, when we get to Wednesday's energy of the Seven of Swords, Moon in Virgo in conjunction with Venus in Virgo, you've got a lot of love energy that shows up here, okay? So I want to go back to this because Mercury is doing its little transition too. It's not as heavy on this particular day, but choices that were being made from the past are now going to be brought up to consideration at this point. So choice, again, I feel as though you are not sharing everything with everyone. I have a lot of respect for that. Got a lot of respect for that. But let's see what we have going on here for Cancer. Let's explain this out a little bit further. I told you Libra was in here. Something potentially is unjustified in the past. Okay, so we have Libra energy that's sitting here. It's possible that you made, or there was a choice that was made against you that wasn't necessarily justified at the time, which is why you're still in the energy this particular week, because you're carrying that energy forward with you. Patience was required here. All right, for sure. Now, what I get out of this is that this week, though, whatever needs to come into balance is actually going to come into balance with the Six of Pentacles. There's also, it is, but it isn't as far as the energy is concerned. But just think about it in the energy of like Libra starting to balance the scales this particular week. Whether you are holding something close to the vest, or even if you're deciding that you want to start sharing one or two different pieces of things, whatever it is that you have this week, you can only do what you have your hands wrapped around. So if this is the week for you to drop anything that's been a little bit crazy for you, and you've made the decision just to move forward and just go with what you've got, this is what this is showing me, and it will turn out balanced this week. I had a fleeper, but I'm going to put that little dude back in, and I'm going to reshuffle the deck here. Balance and rebalancing. Carrying maybe a little bit too much. Trying to... You got a lot on your plate. You got a lot on your plate. And sometimes you got to let a couple things go. I'm surprised I didn't see the Two of Pentacles in the reverse position, but that's okay. Okay, well, I kind of expected that to show up. There she is. There's the Lovers. So we got the Major Arcana of Gemini that's sitting in here. This definitely is a choice that needs to be made. And the choice it seems that you're making here is about reevaluating some things. So you have a whole story. And so I feel that there's two different energies or two different situations that is happening here. First one, like I said, pretty much something from the past that was not justified. But this week it will end up being balanced. What we've got here at the end of the day, it boils down to the choice that you're getting ready to make. It can be with the lover. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but there is some sort of a commitment, right, that is on the table. What we have here is the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse position, which means a lot of evaluating, a lot of slowing down. But because it's in the reverse position, it looks like someone's they're trying to go forward very, very, very quickly. The other card that I get here is the universe saying the Sagittarius Major Arcana for Temperance showing up here. May want to just slide back on that just a nub. Because this is the situation that will show up. So whenever the Tower comes out as an extended version of what's going on here, they're trying to give you a heads up on this particular situation that you really do need to consider what's going on here. So take your time on this particular day. Libra is asking you, Venus is asking you to really pay attention to the choice, okay? Even if that's something that you have been marinating on in the past. I really want to go a lot deeper on that, but I realize that I'm already at like 23 minutes in. So let me just go ahead and move on to Thursday's energy. So Thursday's energy, where the moon physically transits into the sign of Libra at this particular moment, Libra is shining that balance information on what's going on here, anything that's in that area with that practical nature of what's happening. So we've got the Hangman sitting here. I like the Hangman most of the time because the Hangman really does force people to kind of slow down and kind of get into a position where you are really trying to consider things. So when he shows up in the reverse position, if you slowed down, if you were able to take the Wednesday's energy and slow down a little bit from what I feel the universe is trying to protect you from something, and you went in a little bit and were able to receive information, it's possible that you received the content and the info that you had right here. Let's go ahead and pull out the clarifiers for this Hangman, please, for our Cancer. Definitely has something to do with work or becoming the master of your craft, or continuing to try to work on something, a project, putting more time and effort into it, okay? Okay. I got it. So we have the Aquarius energy coming through here on this Thursday. Okay. Now, I did tell you that the moon transits into the sign of Libra, and it has this trine with Jupiter in the sign of Aquarius on this day. This is the day to come to terms. So the star card comes out again as an opportunity to balance, but also to make sure that you have the time to adjust whatever wishes, wants, and adjustments that need to be made. It is important that this information appears as though it's coming from whatever activity you might have pulled forth with this new moon. The new moon is actually providing you with the content and the detail that you need in order for this big spark to come through. So this is the Ace of Wands. This is what I was hoping. Is this? Yeah, there we go. It's balanced up. So the Ace of Wands energy comes through. So it looks as though some of you are taking the heat, and that you're going to take that knee a little bit Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to do some strong considering what needs to happen here. So Friday the 13th, we do have, like I said, the Six of Cups energy that comes through. So this is thinking about pleasurable memories from the past. It's possible that someone from the past will pop up. It's youthful enthusiasm, especially seeing things through the eyes of a child with fresh eyes, fresh enthusiasm, okay? But let's go ahead and dig down so I understand who this is a little bit more. Okay, we've got the 10 of Rods in the reverse position. So there's there's an attitude of gratitude here. This is balanced information because something is being dropped. Something was let go of in the past energy. There we go. We got the Judgment card. This is where you're going to be at this particular week with this whole Six of Cups energy, okay? So when we have the Judgment card, it is the area of Pluto. Pluto comes in to also support us with change and transformation and rebirth and renewal, same things that these we're talking about here, okay? So this is the day that either someone from your past is getting ready to pop up, or you're thinking about things that gives you a fresh perspective about something that may have happened from the past. The other thing is, from a spiritual perspective, you've got a lot of team that's around you on this particular day trying to guide you. Okay, so what happens here is there is a reconsideration about something. Whatever information you gain or gather on this particular moment, when the Eight of Cups shows up in the reverse position, this is let me make sure I've taken care of all the things that I was supposed to take care of. So when judgment shows up for us, it can be a judgment call against you. It can be you making a judgment call against someone else, but very often it is second opportunities, second chances for that rebirth and that growth, right? And when it shows up, you have to be ready to receive. You might not have been ready back then. Are you going to be ready now? And what are the different considerations that you might need to make? Looks like some of you are taking warning, taking heed, and you may not be moving forward very quickly, or you're having a little bit of hesitancy about moving forward, even though there's been something significant that's been dropped. You've released a big burden from somewhere. I'm going to take another card on that one because, yeah, there she is. So Venus had a lot to do with this. There's the Empress energy that we have with the Two of Swords. So Venus comes in here on Wednesday with you having to make that decision. I told you, the Empress comes in wanting people to look good, feel good, smell good. We're talking about the manifestations that you're trying to bring forward. She is the creator, okay? She's the divine feminine, talking about this, the master of the creative energy. This Two of Swords indicates that there is something that you have to do. So all of this decision that was going on is attributed back to the energy of really Wednesday and Thursday. You still have a decision to make, but you are considering reviewing something. And so, hey, I have no problem with that, especially if you're starting a new business, a new venture, or something like that. Always make sure that you feel 100% all up, all in with whatever it is that you're doing, okay? So we have this Page of Wands that shows up on Saturday. This is the message you were looking for. This is the spark. This is the feeling comfortable to move forward, to travel, to deliver a piece of content to someone that it is that you needed. This is the practical approach to slowing some things down that have been a little bit sticky in the past here. Let's reshuffle them. Page of Wands. All right, let's clarify with this fire energy that we have here for Lord have mercy. You guys always get a story. That's okay. Seven of Cups in the reverse position, meaning, okay, you had an opportunity to step back a little bit and you took a look at all the different options and you decided on one. So you are going to make a decision, okay, or there will have been a decision, or there's revolving around a decision that was made. There's that Libra energy with the Queen of Swords, trying to do something with the utmost intellect and having to cut negativity out from people where it needed to be cut out. That is the exact right move for you to make, because that puts you into the Six of Swords momentum, coming out of a difficult situation with that choice. Now I get some extra cards. Again, whatever this is, okay, it might not have been like the best situation, especially if you were dealing with the lover, like you were waffling back and forth, do I stay, do I go, that type of a situation. This one is not an easy one to make. However, at the end of the day, this is what you get out of the situation. This is done. If something is not meant for you, it's not meant for you. And if you were trying to be patient to hold on to someone because you thought maybe they would change, the other thing that I'm getting out of this is timing, and if you can continue to be patient for another 3 weeks, then the end of your burden, because if the relationship wasn't your bag, if you can give it another 3 weeks, then the issue with this new travel is going to allow you to get to the end of this 10 of Swords, and the situation will be completely done. When you get to Sunday's energy, we've got the Seven of Rods. Seven of Rods is the energy of standing your ground for whatever this decision is that you had to make, okay? Standing your ground, being on top of the situation. It is surveying your lands and making sure that you have all your people in check, the people that are like maybe coming at you a little bit. So I don't find it to be a bad card at all, because whenever you make a decision and then I see that 7 come up, you really thought about it down to the nth degree, and you are ready to defend your position, and you are in the better position for it. So you are going to be able to see things from a different perspective that other people weren't. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this 7 energy. Okay. So what you're looking for was this 10 of Pentacles moment to show up here, okay? I'm going to put that little guy back in. If he's meant to come back out, he will. I think I fat fingered it. Yeah, here we go. You're looking for that 10 of Pentacles moment. You are now actively pursuing this option. Again, this 3, it can indicate, again, another time period for people, but it is stepping out in front and receiving. You're walking out and Spirit is meeting you. And if this is a new partnership for a business for some people, then this is going to work out at the end of the day. This is what you get, my friend. You get the Wheel of Fortune. You get the ultimate end-all, be-all luck, strategy, how to do things. There's this comfort level that's associated with the Wheel of Fortune that comes through. And then at the bottom of the deck, yeah, okay, wherever you felt that there was this lack of clarity or an opposition with that Queen of Wands, you were in the right decision. You needed to shift your world. You needed to be independent on your own and get out of this negative situation, and that is why the 7 of Wands is here. So that is going to be meaningful to some person. Somebody needed to shift and change. I didn't see any energy of like, you could call it third party situation. I don't necessarily, I didn't feel that at all. But what I did feel is that something just may not have been right. I think that someone in your energy possibly was doing the most, and it just, you got tired of it and you tried to hang on to it for the longest, and it was like, nope, I gotta go do my thing now, you know, and you're going to be justified in doing that. Again, the moon, okay, whatever it is, the moon reveals all, okay? And there is this new opportunity that is coming. So you're going to be back on track with starting fresh and starting anew, is how I feel about this. Okay, that was a lot, but I love doing this, and I could sit here for hours and hours, but let's go ahead and move on. Let us go into the... what do we got here? We're going to go and grab our message from the angels. For our Cancers. 9th through the 15th. Sorry about that. Thank you. All right, and then we will go in with the Magical Dimensions card, and then I will pull out the Sacred Geometry to get into the master number of this 7, okay? All right. Rebalancing, reshifting, having had been patient, trying to be practical, having had this decision in your heart from the past carrying forward. Trust the universe's sacred plan. You are on your path. You're doing this for a reason. There's higher reasons for the way that things kind of shook out a little bit, if that makes any sense. Trust in the sacred plan on this one. Okay, let's grab your Magical Dimensions deck real quick. Cancer. Oh, super fast. Thank you. Love it when they do that. So the card that we have here is loneliness, reconnection. It's also about home. This card is titled Isolation. It's card 25, which goes down to a 7. So from a spiritual perspective, the spiritual plane of the wolf here, firstly, you are never alone. And you can always call in your pantheon of people at any time to help walk you through the situation. If you have felt isolated or alone in a relationship, or alone because you were just waiting for the situation to pop forward so that you can move, trust in the divine plan. Your isolation is over. Okay, you're going to be in a great situation. So we're going to go in and cap this off with the sacred geometry. And so again, you had a lot going on here. Balancing and rebalancing what is best for you in your life, keeping only the things that are going to support you in the long run. Rebirth, transformation, reweaving, reactivating. That's that Pluto, Scorpio energy we talked about. Judgment, and of course our friends over here talking about it. So I think most of you guys, I'm just going to put this back up here real quick because this is a lot. Whatever is going to turn out, it's going to be beautiful, okay? So if you're scared about moving forward, I would say you're entitled to your feels, but it went right to balancing. But we're going to move forward to the Master card here. La, 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 la. I feel good about this. Okay, so one more time, I'm going to hold this. I'm actually going to do both of them at once because I feel that it's important. Both of these are activators, but I think that it's important for you to see both of them. Let's see if they'll, my crazy fingernails, let's see if I can get, there we go. If you want to take advantage of a mantra this week to help support you with this transformation, then your mantra goes as follows. My spiritual and physical bodies are reborn and reweaved at a cellular memory level. My spiritual and physical bodies are reborn and reweaved at a cellular memory level. One more time. My spiritual and physical bodies are reborn and reweaved at cellular memory level. And so it is. So it's really time to, there's a passage that's already highlighted for me, so let me just go right on in there. It is now time to truly be conscious of looking after our physical bodies as well. It is a temple that houses our soul, and to make the most of our short time we get to spend as a physical being, we need to watch what we breathe and ingest. So stay away from toxic substances as much as you can and be mindful of our emotional state of being. A more positive mindset will do wonders for your spirit and physical body. So that message is for somebody specific because they're just like, The other way to think about it is that thoughts are energy, and what we perceive, we create. You already started to create something in the past, and now it's time for it to show up this week, okay? If you want to take advantage of any crystal medicine to help support you, I don't know why I brought this out today because I don't typically, well, anyway, this is a Herkimer diamond. It's a very big one. It's a very big one. I've had lots of little tiny ones in the past, but I really wanted a big one that I could hold in my hand that I wouldn't lose with my big football hands. Utilize a Herkimer diamond, a Tibetan quartz, selenite, a singing plate. Any type of a platonic set will help you. But basically think about this week as shedding your skin, or the rise of the phoenix. Like you are getting ready to shake off the old stuff, and you're getting ready to step more into your power. And the whole situation with the physical attributes of it, I mean, that's important for anyone anyway. But rebalancing your body, okay, it will be able to support the rebirth that you have going on here. So listen, Cancer, hopefully you were able to resonate with a big portion of this, and if you did, I would really appreciate it if you would give it a like. You can comment below, share this out to someone else. Again, go into my description box. My email is in there if you guys have any quick questions. If you didn't, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. That is what I have for you this week. Many, 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 many blessings, and we will talk to you next week, okay? Bye for now.